Hey there guys, Well Dressed Gem here for another episode of Zero to Hero. This one's episode 11 and we're going to be focusing on the topic of practicing and what it actually means when I say go to the lab. It's not just a hit YouTube series that's going on hiatus. So for practicing, I look at practicing in two different ways. Practicing neutral and by practicing combo games. But it all comes down to the number one thing of knowing what your character can do, what their toolkit is, and how they're going to win, essentially. So, if you pick the character that you want to play, the first thing you want to do is just see what all the moves, what their moves do and what they have. I know for Tekken, it's pretty cumbersome, because, you know, that game has 70 different moves, but the major thing I do with that is I just try to use my best judgment and see what moves are good. At least understand like what moves are good, what can be used as like a poke, what can be used as like as basic neutral tools. For most other games, like your Street Fighters, your Guilty Gears, your Blaze Blues, move lists aren't that cumbersome to the degree, and you start with the special moves, with your normal, see what pokes, see what's good, see what's fast, see what's slow, what you should use, what you shouldn't use, that sort of deal. Once you learn how to do that, start like playing around at different spacings and such, so you know how good the range is for certain attacks. Once you get past that, I do recommend checking out if the game has a combos challenge system to it, like how Street Fighter V has it, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, they all have like the sample combos type of deal. Tekken 7 has sample combos and you go all the way to the bottom of the move list. And doing these combos lets you know what moves start combos, what can link into what, and what are some good endings. At the bare minimum, this is only going through what the game can provide you with. The good news is in today's age, you can always look up some text for what the character that you have, or even see what people have made for like combos and such, whether they be stylish or actually high damage or optimal. This is something I have talked about in previous episodes, yes, but the major thing is if you don't know how your character plays, how are you going to understand how everything works? How are you going to do combos if you don't know how the normal thing? It's kind of like building a house with a blueprint. Yeah, it works, but is it going to be really optimal? Is it going to stay standing? Playing without learning your character's toolkit will only take you so far, and you have to understand what the character has and what the character does, how that character wins. You know, the difference between Ken and Ryu, for example, is Ryu's about whip punishing and fundamentals and keeping himself on a more footsie-based game, while Ken can be used in a more rushdown heavy style. Understanding your character's toolkit is the first major way to get some good practice in. One of the major things I also look at is neutral. Both akin to your character and the game's mechanics. Just like, think of it like this, break it down. What do they have? Do they have a forward dash or a back dash? If they run as opposed to dash. If the game's mechanics allow for air blocking or not. What is that character's neutral button? What has good range and can start a combo for a severe whiff punch? Which, again, this goes with the first idea of knowing your character's toolkit. If you can know what is their combo starter, what their poke is, or even something to keep your opponent at a distance, the major thing that I have to reiterate when it comes to learning neutral in the game is know your tools both in-game and with your character. The major thing that I try to take away when it comes to this is learning the why of moves. Like, why do you use it? Why should you use it? Because, like, if you're throwing moves because you see, like a top player throwing them out, or, you're seeing a lot of people using it, but you don't know why you're using it, you're probably just going to end up relying on that move, that button, and it's going to end up with you getting hurt and getting hit a lot. So the major thing I want to take out also from this is to learn the why of certain moves. Why is it going to work? How to figure out the why is to figure out frame data and hitboxes. From there you'll see the closest extent to the range. If the hitbox has a very questionable hitbox, again breaking up the Ruby 5B example, and how far it could reach out, and whether or not if it can be used as like a safe tool. That's the major thing. That's what it means when it goes for the Y. Like, the reason why Shine in Melee is a really good move is because for Fox it's frame 1. The reason why Ruby 5B is a very good move is because it hits above, in front, and behind her. Like, that's the major thing I want you guys to take away, at least when it comes to practicing neutral. So to break it down, the TLDR is to know what the game's mechanics allows you to do, what your character can do, and last but not least, the major thing is to learn the why certain moves in your character's toolkits. Why are they doing good, or why are they bad? Why should you use them? Like, constantly keep asking yourself this, and keep playing Theory Fighter with yourself, because once you get the brain moving, that's how you start to progress, and that's how you start to take the right steps in becoming a better player. With that said, though, let's move on to combo games. And let me start off with this section by quoting Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. It means that repetition is better than doing something once. Quality over quantity. Practice one combo more than once, and try to train your muscle memory, because that's what you're really doing. You're mastering, you're mainly training your body to press buttons. And once you get it down once, it'll then get easier and easier. The major thing I do is think of it like reps when it comes to like weight training. You're gonna try to do a certain combo multiple times in a row without dropping. And this is where, you know, some people like to look at it as being in the lab. You try to take a combo farther. This is where learning your character's toolkit will take you far. Maybe using a specific move at a different time, whether it be a different normal or a special move, will lead up to a different pop-up. From there, you'll get a bigger combo from that. Maybe another way is, instead of learning a new combo, you'll learn a reset situation where you can reset the hit stun scaling and the combo scaling and get another combo out of it. Experiment. See how far you can take with your character's toolkit. And from there, that's like the start of getting into the lab. Just gotta keep at it. Keep grinding up. So just remember, guys, learn the neutral, learn your character's toolkit, and keep repetition going. Don't just be satisfied with doing one combo once. Try and do that combo 5 times in a row without dropping it. Don't beat yourself up too much on it, though, because like, it's still supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a chore. No, we're here to have fun. So keep grinding, keep the grind up. That's all the time I have for right now. So to summarize, again, toolkit, the game's toolkit. Learn the neutral and have that muscle memory to be your best friend. Keep practicing that same combo, and when you comfortably have that combo down, be sure to try again with different ideas. Try to experiment. Learn more for what your character can do. Keep up the good work, guys. Keep the grind up. Enjoy the games. Like, favorite, subscribe. This farewell is taking a long time, but I'll see you guys next time for the next episode of Zero to Hero. My name is Well Dressed Gem. I'll catch you guys later.